Who can forget the pumpkin cowboy? Pump-a-dumpin' cowboy. How's everybody doing? Oh, man. Me, I'm not feeling great. So a little bit of news from the front of the toilet. I'm no longer shitting out of my doo-doo ass at every waking moment. I think, knock on wood, we have mostly got the doo-doo ass under control. However, I am now dealing with an unbelievably painful, chunkularly bad headache. And you might be wondering, Joseph, why is that? Well, I've been dealing with it for the past 3 days, but it's kind of played second fiddle to shitting out of my doo-doo ass. And the reason that I'm feeling it is because I hadn't eaten or drank anything for most of the time that I was shitting. So we're just getting back into the swing of things. I got water. I'm going to get more water. Ugh. Oy, oy, oy. We're going to do what we can. Too much going out, not enough going in. That's how I feel about my bank account. But also very true. Get some Pedialyte. I probably should. I'm not gonna, though. I've been drinking this Ensure. This is just Soylent, by the way. Everyone is like, you got to get Ensure. I'm like, okay, this is Soylent. You see this shit? All right, I'll click some stuff. I'm dumb as hell. Heads up, if you plan on doing any canning or pickling, check your vinegar and make sure it's 5% acidity. Thrilling news. Shrinkflation, that's when you get into the water and your penis gets smaller. There was a Seinfeld episode about this. Is going to give people botulism. Companies are substituting 5% acidity vinegar with 4% acidity in the gallon jugs you buy when you're canning. Wow, that's really not good. There's a really fun lawsuit that could happen off of this for sure. Whoa, that's really fucked up. PSA for home canners. Our home canning experts have received a lot of phone calls asking how to change a recipe if the vinegar is 4%. The answer is get different vinegar. Acidity below 5 results in your canned food going bad. We don't want you to have to waste your hard work. Uh-oh. Just water that shit down, guys. Yeah, canning is interesting because, I don't know how we did it, but we invented a technology that, if done properly, can preserve almost any food for an indefinite amount of time. But if you fuck up one step along the process, you have invented one of the most potent poisons in history. It's incredible. Did you see this? Yeah, what are we working with? Oh, yeah, we saw this. I saw 3 whales up on the shore. Did we react to this one? What are we working with? Question for men. Oh, this I actually had bookmarked for today. We'll do this now for sure. My mom, who has been married to my dad for over 30 years, just found out that my dad constantly scans for, assesses, and plans for possible threats. Menfolk, do all of you do this? 1, no. 2, let me read you this one. Me walking into a building, thinking, entrance now behind me, 7 potentially hostile males, 3 potentially hostile females, emergency exit to the left, right-hand corner is defensible, stairs going up, dangerous high ground position, adjust defensible area. My daughter, thinking, today is the greatest day there ever was. Me, pay attention. Her, exit behind and to the left, watch the stairs. Good girl. Her, goes back to thinking song lyrics, carefree. Me, if a riot breaks out, I have to take out this guy first with that ficus pot. He seems the strongest. I can't believe people live their life like this. What if, halfway through this grocery store run, John Wick happens? The plot of John Wick is gonna happen right now. Oh, man. and teaching the child. All right, you could get killed at any point, so you need to always be able to tell, at the snap of a finger where the hostile males are. Jarvis, scan all the stairs near me for potential high ground threats. This is satire, right? Nope. Must be exhausting to be you. PTSD, insane response. Not at all. It's a protective instinct I lean into. And it helps with fiction writing as well. Cool. Oh, man. Did you not act immediately after this, after watching John Wick? Okay, whoa. That's different. After you've just finished watching John Wick, you are permitted to think like this for 2 days. And then you got to be like, all right, I'm just going to get some NyQuil. Entrance now. My favorite part of this is entrance now behind me. Me walking forward. What was just in front of me is now in my back. Yeah. That's how it works. Do you think this guy gets confused on the treadmill? What's going on? Entrance still in front of me. 7 potentially hostile males. I also like potentially hostile here. Just refers to everybody. Like, he could just say 7 males, 3 females. But he's like, potentially hostile, so that he sounds like an operator. I think that, like, in your place of work, it does you good to kind of, like, map out where you would go and what you would do if there was, like, an incident or a shooter or something. But doing this every time you walk into any location, down to, I would pick up a ficus pot and bonk the strongest looking man on the head, is like, no, come on. That one's also crazy, because it's like, in what scenario could you plan far enough ahead that you're like, I need to subdue the strongest male here? Is it you think a Lord of the Flies situation is going to break out and you're like, I'm not going down like Piggy? Oh, man. It's not good. Not good. I'm always thinking about subduing males. Okay, pause. The purge could happen at any time. You just lost the chat with that reference? Oh, I know all of you were in high school. I wonder what the responses to this are. I hope they're no. Let's just scroll down a little. I think this is an anxiety thing. I mean, I don't do it. I'm not sure about constantly, but I definitely assess the people and environment while I'm out. Okay, I mean, particularly if it's a bad area. There's a difference between going like 18 threats around me and being like, oh, I should keep my head down here. That's different. Do women not do that? Yes, they do. We're just airheaded bimbos. We just walk into open manhole covers. Odd that she hadn't realized it sooner. This is basic instinct. Was he prior military or law enforcement? Yup, Marine. Oorah, got it. No, life isn't Jack Reacher. Some folks take it to extremes, and in open carry spec ops LARPing world, I think that's symptomatic and dangerous. A lot of Second Amendment folks are driven by fantasies of heroism occurring within a preparedness narrative, where the gun is imagined as letting them set a hard and final limit on the degree to which others can scare or control them. Okay, well, I didn't ask you. I want to hear about the guy who plans threats. I do this too. Where are the hiding places? Where are the nearest weapons? Thank you, Ariadne, Christian, INTJ, Trekkie, kindergarten teacher. Whew. That's a mouthful. Spent 20 years training ninjutsu, which amplified it 1,000%. Where do these people come from? As we've done since the time of the Romans. Roman walking into a crowded area. 13-year-old boy at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Jesus. Yes, I live in America. Famously unsafe location, America. When I go to the Walmart where everything is being recorded, I know that I need to know, where the nearest fishing rod is that I can use as a lance. What was your Myers-Briggs personality type? Can we try to guess it? I'll tell you this. I took it twice, and it was completely different both times, which proves that the test is bullshit. But I took it in high school, and I got what you would expect. And then I took it, I think maybe a couple of years ago, and I got something. You know what? Let's do it right now. I haven't done it in a while. All right. You regularly make new friends. Yeah, I love making new friends. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random oh, yeah. Seeing other people cry can make you feel like you want to cry too. Very true. I'd say middle true. In fact, I'm going to go back to friends. I'm going to say middle on friends. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Nah, I'm not a plans guy. Nah, I'm a bit of a plan. No, I stop at backup plan. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I do. I'll say this much, though. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and talk to the ones you already know. That's probably true. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Not remotely true. You are very sentimental. Yeah, I would say I am a little. You use organizing tools. Love them. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Ugh, you people are so insecure. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Not at all. You are not interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. What the fuck are you talking about? What does that question even mean? You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Pass. You usually prefer on doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I guess that's probably true. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Pass. You enjoy participating in group activities. They're all right. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Yes. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Pass. You are interested in so many things you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Yeah. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Always. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Not true. You are not an artistic person. No. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. No. You often do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. No. You enjoy watching people argue. Hell yeah. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Hell no. Your mood can change very quickly. I don't think so. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. Yes. You end up doing things at the last possible moment. Yes. You've always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. A little. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. Sure. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. I like that. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different than yours. I do. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. The opposite. You rarely second-guess the choices you have made. Very true. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Correct. You enjoy going to art museums. They're fine. You have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Nope. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I like to, but I don't always. You rarely feel insecure. Correct. Wait, how correct? That correct. You avoid making phone calls. I've actually gotten much better at this. You spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different than your own. Oh yeah, but mostly so I can laugh at them. In your social circle, you are the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Regrettably, if your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get on track as soon as possible. Yeah. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Oh yeah. You know, not that bad. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Pass. Your emotions control you more than you control them. You are your emotions, dumbass. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault. Not at all. I really don't do that. That's something I could improve. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Maybe? When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. What the fuck? You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. No. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. No. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Yes. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Sure. You feel overwhelmed. Occasionally. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Love skipping steps. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Folks, we are in the last chance saloon. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. I'm trying to think of an example of this. I'm going to say pass. I don't know what that means. You struggle with deadlines. Yep. You feel confident things will work out for you. Absolutely. Your gender, important. All right, what did we get? ENFP. ENFPA. The A stands for asshole. All right. Eaten non-fungible pussy. That's what it stands for. Eaten non-fungible pussy and asshole. It's you in the pic. All right. Fuck off. Hold up. Let me go get my phone. It's literally me. It's literally me. Ugh. Okay, so this is what I got when I took it a couple of years ago. I'm not going to lie. So maybe this test isn't bunk. Maybe it's actually completely repeatable and a piece of shit. But when I took it as a high schooler, I did get INTJ, like, you know, a Redditor. That was, although at this point that was 15 years ago. Jesus Christ. I mean, the whole thing's a bunch of bullshit. So, in case you're unfamiliar, the music that's being played in the cantina in Star Wars is canonically called jizz music rather than jazz. Well, guess what? Under woke Joe Biden's new national mandates, they have retconned it to jats music. You fucking cowards. What is it, 1969? What is it, George Orwell? Oh my God. Like and retweet in solidarity if you're still a true jizzler. Oh man. Do you think this is going to be like an important dispositive part of the 2024 campaign? We had a name for it. It was beautiful music and it was called jizz. Rolls off the tongue, jizz. Now they want you to call it something else. They said, we can't have jizz anymore. We have to have jats. Awful. Sounds like cats. Jats, jats, jats. I can't take it. Oh, I can't believe the windmills killed jizz. Exactly. Your Trump is a bit too fruity. Yeah. The problem is he's a fruity guy, and I always just accentuate the fruitiness. The libs stole my jizz. I know. Man, that's That's really bleak. Let's see what Joshua Schmidt says about board breakers.
Let's break some boards, chat. Let's break some boards. And look, I included Marionette Might and Kurikara. I don't know what they're doing in the board breaker tier list. They should be in the hand trap tier list. My bad. Anyways, what is good, YouTube? Welcome to the third tier list in the bunch, the board breaker tier list for the upcoming format. We've already recorded and probably also published at the time of you seeing this, the tier list for the format and a hand trap tier list. So you might want to check those out, and you might want to be subscribed to the channel if you enjoy the content. That would mean a lot to me. Let's hop right in. Why is there a retaliating C? And why is there a contact C? Ignore those. I put these in on accident. I don't know why they are in here. They should have been in the hand trap tier list. Anyways, once again, I'm going off of what I think the format is going to be, because we haven't seen tournaments yet for the format, and you can look at the tier list that I already made for what I think is going to be relevant. So we're going to try and see how do we beat those decks. Duster is a strong but situational card. I think a lot of people are going to want to side deck Duster simply because it's mainly a card that makes you feel good about Labyrinth. The reason why specifically Duster is going to be super popular is it's a great target for Thrust. The category now is attributing your opponent's shit. We've got Santa Claus, Kaijus, Lava Golem, Sphere Mode, Kurikara. Attributing your opponent's shit is a category that's going to be important in the upcoming format. It is relatively situational, but I think in some shape or form necessary because of one particular deck, and that is Purely. Purely is a deck that has a Towers monster in X Purely Noir, which is unaffected by your card effects. So you need some way to out it. You could play Underworld Goddess to clear the towers, but
you could if you're a monster
or don't have the luxury of just spamming out a bunch of monsters. So you want some sort of way to out it this way. I will say one popular way, Herald of the Abyss, is one way you could do it if you play Thrust.
Another great Thrust target.
Or you think you want more than that, you're going to want to look into some of the tribute stuff. I believe Kurikara is strong. I believe Kaijus are solid, but have actually pretty good coverage. I think Lava Golem is strong, but situational. I think Sphere Mode is only solid and very situational, and I think Santa Claus is bad. Unless you're playing Purely, you could consider Santa Claus. Beauty can turn it to attack, and then you can run over it a bunch of times with happiness. That's why it's good in Purely. In other decks, it's bad. And I guess XYZ Encore is also a possible way to out towers, right? So the reason why I think Kurikara and Lava Golem are better than the other options mostly are Kurikara is a body on your side of the field, which is worth a lot, right? Against Purely specifically, Kurikara is also pretty much always live because they draw in your standby phase. First action, you can distribute that shit. Lava Golem is good for a different reason. Lava Golem is actually not that reliable against Purely because sometimes they don't have multiple monsters. I think if you play Lava Golem, you still side it against Purely because they very often have multiple monsters, but Lava Golem is also very good against Unchained. Unchained boards crumble to Lava Golem. No matter what board you make, the Soul of Rage plus Wave King Caesar, Lava Golem that shit. Griffin plus Muckraker, Lava Golem that shit. Lava Golem is very good. The problem with Lava Golem is not every deck can use it, right? A lot of decks need their normal summon, that's why it's situational. But you can play Lava Golem in like Purely, for example, and it works. Kaijus,
the deck that really like Lava Golem,
coverage category, because Kaijus are just not as impactful as a Kurikara or a Lava Golem or Sphere Mode. But the good thing about Kaijus is that they kind of always work, right? They don't stop you from normal summoning. They don't require your opponent to commit multiple monsters. They pretty much work in almost any matchup, honestly. If you have Kaijus in your side deck and you want something else for going second in a specific matchup, you can pretty much always throw in the Kaiju. There's like no deck pretty much where the Kaiju is completely useless. Labyrinth, okay, against Lab, you wouldn't side these. Sphere Mode, I would not recommend you to use actually because it's not good against Unchained. That deck doesn't put 3 monsters on the field most of the time. It's not good against Purely because they don't consistently do that as well. Sphere Mode is only good if you're scared of like the super all-in combo decks, right? It's good against Dragon Link. It's probably good against Vanadium. It's probably good against something like Infernoble, the tier 2 and Rogue
but they're not real.
And then XYZ Encore, it's only good against Purely and you might as well play like something else. The only cool thing about this card is that it does work in draw phase, so they don't get the draws from Sleepy Memory. But yeah, as much as I like Alpha Master of Beasts as a card, I love this card. I think it's not that good. Books. Book of Lunar Eclipse is bad. Book of Eclipse and Book of Moon. Let's talk about these. Insanely popular in this current format before the ban list. And for good reason, right? I think there were 2 reasons. The first reason was it was an out to Arise Heart. And the second reason was there wasn't really any Omni Negates in the format. The Arise Heart issue is gone. That card is now banned, of course, finally. So the biggest reason to play the books is kind of gone. However, I still think that the books are solid cards because there's still not that many Omni Negates running around. There's still some merit in these cards.
I guess so.
Because they have solid coverage.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick,
I don't think they are top tier cards anymore. Like literally, before the ban list, I would have put them in the best of the best category, right? I think they get a little bit weaker, but they are still very powerful cards for so many reasons. Like they are still super flexible. They are great interruptions when you go first. They help you out certain things when you go second still, right? You can prevent Purely Leap from ranking up, which is a super powerful interaction with Book of Moon and Book of Eclipse. You can out the Wave King Caesar from Unchained. You can also just hand trap certain decks instead of booking them. You couldn't really do that with Kashtira. So I think books become worse, but they are still a solid option. Chalice, I don't think is that great. It's not terrible, but it's also not that impactful. Chalice outs Dweller if you're Unchained. That's why I'm putting it in solid and situational, because there are certain decks that might want it. Like if your deck loses to Dweller, for example, and people make Dweller in the upcoming format, that could be a reason to play Chalice, because Book doesn't work in that case, right? Change of Heart is an interesting card because it is solid against Unchained to take their stuff rather than destroying it by card effect. That is not very good against Unchained. I think it's a solid card. I don't think it's as good as some other stuff. Another reason is obviously Anti-Spell. Most Unchained lists have been running Anti-Spell. In general, I think Change of Heart is a very solid card against Unchained, and it's also a solid card in some other matchups. The problem is, for any given matchup, there's there's probably a better card. Like, for example, against Unchained, Marionette Might is just a stronger option of Change of Heart. Change of Heart is still good. So if you're looking for one more card against Unchained and you want to do like a board breaker approach, I think Change of Heart is good. This card's not very good. Raigeki and Dark Hole are, I think, solid cards in this upcoming format. I will say one thing. People kind of write off these cards immediately against Unchained. I don't think these cards are that bad against Unchained because the Unchained stuff does float, but still, Dark Hole or Raigeki gets a lot of their floater effects out of the way. Plus, it solves the Wave King Caesar as well, right? And I think that's worth something, especially because you can use these in a lot of other matchups too. Maybe it's more like these cards are solid, not amazing, but they have very good coverage because they work in a lot of matchups. I think that's more like it. Dark Hole has the added bonus of beating Ibli. We have an exciting one coming up that I'm very happy to talk about finally again. Like, Forbidden Droplet was a card that in every single tier list, while Cash Tira was a thing, we had to say, oh my god, Droplet could be okay, but a Rise Heart completely invalidates the card. Droplet is back. Now, only because a Rise Heart is gone, I don't think Droplet becomes an instant god card. I think it depends a little bit on your deck, and also it depends on the matchup. I think the card is good. I think it's a strong card, but situational, because not every deck can play Droplet, and it's also not good against every deck. Like, for example, I would argue against Purely, the card can be okay, but of course, the Noir is still unaffected from it if they get to it. The best thing about this card, of course, is that it's good going first and second, just like the books. That's always one of the best things about board breakers is when you can main deck them. If your deck has synergy with Droplet, definitely consider Droplet for this upcoming format. I think it's good. Enemy Controller seems like it's a good card against Unchained, but it is rather situational still. I don't see it being great against Purely. I don't see it being great against Rescue Ace. I see it being okay against Unchained, but far worse than actually Change of Heart or this thing, right? The only advantage that enemy has is it's better to main deck, but if I really want to main deck a quick play spell, I think I would rather play Books or Droplet. Evenly Matched is a card that I'm kind of torn about. Looking at some of the top decks, or what I'm expecting to be some of the top decks, I think the card is only okay. The card is worse against Unchained than people think, because Unchained can just chain the Scrap Dragon trap, pop some of their shit, so it goes to the graveyard, keep the Wave Caesar around, and then Yama triggers to bring back the Link monster, for example. I think one of the good things about this card is that it's kind of useful in almost any matchup. Like, the thing is, out of the top tier decks, Rescue Ace has a problem against Evenly. All the other top tier decks have ways to either play around Evenly or not really care about Evenly. Unchained has insane follow-up, so even if you evenly them, and you can play in main phase 2, you still need to be able to deal with their follow-up. The card is good against Lab, but Lab can set up Eradicator if you enter battle phase, so it's iffy. And just the most important part is you can't kill any deck after evenling them. You're left in main phase 2, and then Unchained, worst case, they still have Wave King Caesar, they still have Griffin up on the board, and you don't have a battle phase. Purely just keeps Noir, and you'll probably lose to that if you don't have another card. So like, Evenly is a card that you have to pair with so many other cards for it to have an impact. So actually, I think it goes even down here. I'm not a huge fan of Evenly in theory right now. I don't think it's that great in the upcoming metagame. It's not good enough against the combo decks. The combo decks just have too many negates, and most of the other decks have solid ways against Evenly. Fenrir, as a board breaker slash tech card, of course, it's very, very strong. The question is, does it go up here or does it go up here? I think it might be the first one that we put up here. It doesn't solve boards on its own. It forces interruptions, and it forces interruptions very consistently. It's a really strong card when you go first. I think that's the best thing about Fenrir. Like, against every single deck, you go second, Fenrir will force an interruption, and if they don't have a good interruption for it, it can even carry a game on its own. And it's really good going first. There's no matchup where it's bad. So unless you want a card that is like specifically for a certain matchup, or you want more hand traps that you could play over Fenrir, Fenrir is really good. Yeah, it doesn't really have a drawback attached to it, right? Lightning Storm, I think it's like here. I think it's okay if you want more back row removal. It's a really solid card. Against Unchained, it's the same as Dark Hole pretty much. If you want to get rid of the Caesar, you can kill the back row against, I like this card. I think it's a solid option. Of course, it's situational because going first is completely dead, so I wouldn't recommend you main deck this card, but you can side deck it. There's some cards that it conflicts with, right? Ibli, Phantasme, yada yada, right? So if those are in your deck, then you might want to consider not playing Lightning Storm, but other than that, it's a solid card. Mind Control is like a strictly verse version of Change of Heart. I don't know if I really like Mind Control right now that much, but it's not a terrible card. I think I would rather play Hand Traps than Mind Control though. Pankratops I'm a fan of in this format because it's pretty solid against a lot of decks going second. I wish we had 3 Pankratops because it would be such a consistent way to out Floodgates. Anti-Spell in general is going to be, I think, a popular card. Not everywhere, but it's going to be there, right? And having the failsafe against it, I think, is really good. And the card just seems solid against a lot of decks. Like, you build your side deck, you have like one last slot open. You're like, yeah, let's...
How is this fair, by the way? My stomach is like, oh man, we gotta go. And I walk in there and it's like, oh no, wait, I forgot. We fixed the shitting out of the doo-doo ass problem. You're fine. And I go, okay.
Put that Pankratops in there. I think that looks very solid. Super Polymerization. It's definitely a card to be respected. Like, it's never a bad card. I'm just not sure it hits the right decks at the right moment in this format. If you go first against Unchained, you can probably disrupt them at some point, but the board going second is not weak to it. Hurley is kind of the same thing. I think Super Poly is actually one of the weakest it's ever been since Garura came out. Dark Ruler No More, on the other hand, I think is okay. I don't think I would main deck it either, but the reason I like it is because it just covers a lot of matchups in the side deck. It's good against dragons. It's not great against Unchained, but you can side it. Like, decks that really struggle against the Wave King Caesar or the Griffin, you can put Dark Ruler in. Even if you just deal with the Wave King Caesar, it could still be okay. And it covers stuff like random shit, like Infernoble. Against Manadium, they have the counter trap, so I wouldn't rely on it alone against Manadium, but it can work. Card is a solid side deck option for sure. Ultimate Slayer, dude. A Rise Heart is gone. So theoretically, you can finally play Ultimate Slayer. So kind of like Droplet, the card does become an option
God.
again. Another
Completely
issue with
forgot
Ultimate Slayer,
this was
though,
a
is the fact
card.
that you need extra deck space. But if you do have extra deck space, I think the card is interesting. I think in the side deck, it can be solid, honestly. I encourage you guys to at least think about it because the card is very strong. It's just you need the extra deck for it, right? But in the right deck, with the extra deck space, Rescue Ace, Flu, or whatever, I think you could play this card. And I think it would not be bad. Let's get into the heavy hitters. Talents and Thrust. Let's keep it plain and simple. These cards are bust.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's not going to be that many hard negates, and these cards are just amazing in this type of format, right? Yeah, going first, they're not going to be as impactful sometimes, depending on how many hand traps people use. I think Talents is still going to be okay going first, because people are going to be playing Ash at the very minimum. You can really punish something like a Nibiru with Thrust. You can punish Bystials. You can punish Phantasme. The very, very best thing about Thrust, actually, is the interaction with a card like Herald of the Abyss. I think having a card like Thrust, which is just a solid board breaker in general, but then also being able to basically have 4 outs to a Noir or any other unaffected monster, I think that's just alone insane. And this is going to suck for all the people on a budget, and I do feel for you guys. I think it's a big issue that Thrust is so expensive right now. But in order to effectively and efficiently deal with such a diverse format that we're expecting, I think Thrust is going to be crucial. It means you have extra ways to get to Talents. If you don't need that, you can do whatever you want. Like, it's just such a good card, dude. It's such a good card. And Talents as well. Actually, over Fenrir. Yeah, no, these 2 cards are definitely the best board breakers. So board breakers are in a very good spot right now, I think. I'm a big fan of a lot of those cards. Some of them only in the side deck. Actually, a lot of these only in the side deck because they usually are not that great going first. The format is looking to be quite diverse, but quite healthy in that sense, because there's like nothing in the format where it's like, oh my god, I can't deal with that. It's impossible, right? There's like very strong options against the mid-range decks, the combo decks, the stun decks, the runic decks. There's just solid ways to build your deck against pretty much everything, and I like that. I think it's going to be quite the deck building challenge leading up to YCS Dortmund, and that's always exciting. All right, let me know what you think off of this tier list. I hope you liked it. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If I missed any board breakers that you want to know about, leave the comment down below and I'll try to answer them. Without further ado, say goodbye to YouTube, Twitch chat, and I'll see you guys next time. Best of luck to everyone playing or preparing for YCS Dortmund, and I'll see you guys there. Bye bye.
New cards, PogChamp. Are there new cards, PogChamp? What have I missed? No. Thanks. A bunch you missed? What a miss. These are old cards. The Noid and Ice Barrier stuff? Oh, I could check those out. You skipped Noid? Did I? No. Yes. All right, here we go. New cards, PogChamp. New cards, PogChamp. Okay, so these aren't really new, but I didn't get a chance to take a look at them because I was gone. So we're going to be going over what I believe are cards that people are calling bullshit. We're going to begin with Ice Barriers. First up is Lancia, Dragonic Ancestor of the Ice Spirit Mountain. Pretty sure that's not what it's called. Level 10, 3327. You can only use the first effect of this card's name up to twice per turn. Once per chain. More like Chains of the Ice Barrier, am I right? If your opponent special summons a monster, you can special summon an Ice Barrier monster from your hand, deck, extra deck, or graveyard? What? That's unbelievable. Doesn't trigger Trish. I don't care. You can summon the terrible Ice Barrier main deck monsters that have 1 billion stars but read your opponent can't special summon. 2, if this face-up Synchro summoned card in its owner's control leaves its field by your opponent, you can special summon an Ice Barrier Synchro. This is treated as a Synchro summon. This is a scary card. I don't like this at all. Next up. Georges! Nah, his name's not Georges. Come on. Let's just look at a little bit too Georges for me. All right, level 6 Water Wing Beast Tuner. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If you control an ice barrier monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Okay. This card is normally special summoned. You can special summon a level 5 or lower ice barrier monster from your hand or graveyard. Okay. Monsters in your opponent's graveyard can't activate their effects while you control another ice barrier monster. Okay. Nice card. Nice card. I mean, listen. Ice Barrier already has like 3 good Ice Barrier monsters. There's the new one with red hair. There's Hexa. There's Azul. Zungus, the 2-star. We only need 1 or 2 more. Next up. Mirror Magic Master. Give me a break. Of the Ice Barrier. Level 2 Aqua Tuner effect monster. You can send it off of Swap Frog. You contribute 1 other effect monster. Special summon. Oh my god, what the fuck? Special summon up to 3 Ice Barrier tokens. And if you do, increase this card's level by the number summoned. And you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except water synchro monsters. Is that a problem? She goes up to 5, 6, 7, 8. So specifically, you can't get to Trish. But that's not bad. If this card is sent to the graveyard, good. You can add an Ice Barrier card that is banished or in your deck to your hand. Jesus Christ. All right, that's disastrous. That means that if you send it off of Swap Frog, you get a search. If you send it off Sprint, you get a search. Oh my god. Next up. Frozen Domain, leading to the Ice Barrier. Your opponent can activate cards in response. Fine. If a monster is specialed from the extra deck, you can return an Ice Barrier monster you control to the hand or deck, then place a card on the field on the bottom of the deck. Fine. This doesn't look very good. Man, they are trying really hard to make Ice Barrier playable. All these cards are good. I do not think they do it. Not yet. It'll be a fun deck for locals. Which of the good ones is medium good? No, this is the format. Who am I thinking of? Who are the good ones? Zujin, Hexa, Speaker, and Revealer. Yeah, these 4. I forgot about Speaker. What does she do? Not much. Not much. All right, next up, Noids. Lassa ogni speranza vuacirente. I speak a little bit Italian. Let me see if I can translate this for you. It says, "Let your soul burn in the fire flood of Infernoid." Infernoid Evil, a little on the nose there, isn't it? Level 1 Fire Fiend Fusion Effect Monster. Materials 2 Infernoids. Snore. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned, banish an Infernoid monster from your graveyard. Send Infernoid monsters with... What the fuck? What the Okay, this is the greatest card ever printed. So, if this card is fusion summoned, banish an Infernoid from your graveyard. Send Infernoids with different names from each other from your deck to the graveyard equal to the banished monster's level. Okay, this one is... I'm thinking about it. So what you obviously want to do is use the Void Imagination to do this. And the best thing you can send is a 10. And then you mill, and it says different names. So you can mill Decatron, Antra. I think you can mill like 4 of them or 2 of them, but one of them is going to be like a monster that actually does something, like a Deviati. There are 10. Well, sorry. Hold the fuck up. I read this card wrong. I thought it said, send Infernoid monsters with different names from each other to your deck to the graveyard whose levels equal the banished monster's level. That's not what it says. It says mill 10. What the fuck? Okay. So you obviously don't want a mill 10 because some of them suck ass. There are 11 Infernoids. Let's pull this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, you theoretically could play them all. I thought there were like a bunch of really bad ones. Every one of those has been playable at some point. You're really going to mill 10. Holy shit. If this card is sent to the graveyard or banished, you can add a void spell trap from your deck to your hand. Jesus Christ. Just link it off for gravity controller and it's also a searcher. Cool. Cool. We could actually just link Haribo. Yeah. You could instant fusion this. What the fuck? Okay, Flood. That's horrifying. Infernoid getting a link monster is very bad because it lets them reset the level count, which they could already kind of do with Doolittle Chimera. All right, let's see what we're doing here. If your opponent would special summon a monster, you contribute a monster, negate the summon, and banish those monsters. If this card is banished from your graveyard, you can banish a card on the field. If this link summoned card in its owner's control is destroyed by opponent, special summon an Infernoid from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. This card's cool. It's all right. I don't think it's going to be the difference maker. Next up, What the fuck? Incinerating Purgatory Void Blaze Up. Reveal an Infernoid monster or a void spell trap in your hand. Discard your entire hand, then draw the same number of cards you discarded. If you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are fiend monsters, and this card in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, banish it. What the fuck? All right, let me see if I can decipher this one. Reveal an Infernoid in your hand. Discard your entire hand, then draw the same number of cards you discarded. So it's card des. If you control no monsters, and this card in your graveyard, what the fuck? Is in your graveyard, I assume. Except the turn it was sent there. Banish it, then it seems fine. It's like a big card des. This one's not very good. These are interesting. They're really powerful cards for sure. But I don't know what it would take for Infernoid to be playable. You know, the right person to ask about this is Vlad, who I imagine is going to be throwing this on MBT and Friends or something. But to me, you know, it seems like it makes the Infernoid line super explosive, super consistent. But at the end of the day, you're just summoning Infernoids, right? So what, you're going to end on 1.5 negates that dies to Raigeki? Like, I don't know. It seems like they're basically just recognizing that stupid fucking Tierra high roll line from like 2016 is now weak enough compared to the rest of the metagame that you're allowed to just do it every single turn. I think it's fine. Lithium video? All right. Yo, what's up, guys? It's crazy.
There's more reasons, as you'll see. You know, a couple of examples, just showcasing, you know, how Dark Worlds work. One of the new boss monsters they also got was a Link 4. It's, I was about to say, very similar to Saryuja, but I mean, that's the only similarity is the fact that both are Link 4. The Link 4 is kind of generic. It needs at least one Infernoid monster, so, I mean, it is what it is. Plus, it negates summons.
So is this doing anything that Dark Worlds couldn't already do?
Graveyard, you can banish a card from your opponent. So again, fantastic. It's a solid card, but it's not that easy to get off the field if you play like pure Infernos. Like links that can help are, you know, the Charmers, Hita, Dark, those. And again, Dark Worlds. Now, the biggest reason why Dark Worlds is there is one of the new spells they got, like Void spells, again, searchable if you want. It's a card destruction, basically. Well, a card destruction for you. The regular card destruction is not in here because, again, I don't want to give my opponent, you know, the necessary draws, potentially replenish their hand. So it's basically only a card destruction for you if you reveal.
Cool. Epic. Whoa, look at that end board. That's one negate. Epic.
You know, a Void card or an Infernoid card.
Zero negates.
And it's not once per turn, so you could potentially draw
Accession
into more,
beats this, though, because Monadium is the worst deck ever.
Worlds, you know, I don't need to explain how solid that one is. So a couple of interruptions here. You have Muckracker. You know, at least before you go for Muckracker, go for Masquerina first, right?
Wow.
So potential interruption with Unicorn and potentially either Deviati or Onunku, maybe another Infernoid to, you know, potential GD Crow effect, right? You have, and this is again one of the biggest reasons, that fusion spell.
Oh god, Tierra can send the level 1. That's funny.
You can either go for the Dark World fusion during their turn with the potential pop with Grapha, or go for the Infernoid, you know, old school fusion, and then, you know, end this, banish the fusion materials from your graveyard, and then, you know, end this pops cards from your opponent. Again, fantastic, right? So the Dark World, I mean, this field is fine. Again, Muckracker was.
Yeah, this is not super exciting. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, Vlad. All right. Man, I really just don't have a lot to do today. Let's open up Master Duel. Okay, all right. I see you're all being mad. I understand. Joseph, don't play Master Duel. Oh no, I can't handle Master Duel. A Yu-Gi-Oh play. Oh no, if I wanted to watch Master Duel, I would have subscribed to Farfa during the subathon. Oh my god, I'm logged out of Master Duel. Fuck. How do I log in? I forgot my password. Son of a bitch. Is that it? Oh, yeah. But now I need to use my Steam mobile authenticator. Approve. Go back to the jizz music. Okay. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da 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 ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba da 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 da. I'm gonna fucking come. That's how it goes. Is Saga over? Yeah, so like I said on a previous video, Saga is going to be on kind of permanent hiatus. Doug and I don't want to get into it, but Doug and I have some irreconcilable differences that I think are going to prevent us from working together, at least for in the near term. Oh my god, I haven't been on here forever. Just lying. Doug's racist. Actually, the opposite is I'm racist and Doug refuses to be racist. Can you guys just kiss to make up? I've seen enough drawings of that. By the way, speaking of seeing drawings today, is there some new meme around where people will post their like VTube avatar and then it's part of a 2-image tweet and the second image says, draw her getting fucked? I've seen that like 4 times today, and I'm like, can you please not be horny online, all of you VTuber people? It's just Sarah? No, it's not. If it was just Sarah, I'd be like, classic Sarah, you know? Thought this was going to be about Kagurabachi. What are you saying about Peak? I didn't get that it was like a Morbius thing until someone told me it was. I was like, wow, people seem to really like this new Shonen Jump anime. You follow a bunch of weirdos online. Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. I loved the one of the guy who was like, thank you all for all of your support. You're correct. I play Kagurabachi in episode 1 of the Kagurabachi TV show. And it's like an AMV of like the manga. And he's like, you don't deserve to wield the katana. And I thought it was real. I was like, wow, this is good for you. Oh, what do we get in our free pack? Oh, holy shit. Wait. All right. Oh, cool. Okay, this one has a UR in it. All right. Okay. Shit, I wish I hadn't wailed so much on this set already. This ain't shit I don't have already. Jujutsu Kaisen if it was mid. If. Nah. I can't say it. They'll come after me for telling the truth. Ooh, look at all these cool things I can buy. I will say this about... I did like that, like... I saw everyone was like, the new big 3 is Demon Slayer, JJK, and Boruto. And I was like, that's crazy, because when I log on Twitter, all I see is Dragon Ball, One Piece, fucking Bleach. One Piece is like more popular now than I remember it being as a child. It's crazy. Yo! Here, okay, hold up. Hold up. I gotta get my flipping off in here. And then the shine. Alright, cool. I'm gonna screen cap this, and I'm gonna put it in response to that Dyer image where she's like, draw her getting fucked. Dustin in front of her. All right, there we go. I'm not going to dust this. I really like Generator. I'm going to play the fuck out of that card. All right, I need some money. Beetle troops, roll out. I'm so fucking mad this is out. I needed this pack so badly in the last 15 episodes of Saga. Now it's out. Oh my god. All right, let's purchase some gems. Yeah. It's time to gem it up. Uh-oh, they want my Visa code. Fuck, I don't have my wallet on me. Shit, where's my wallet? She came to chat to whine about it. Oh, Dyer. Give me your account. I'm gonna disenchant it. Stay tuned. No, I'm not gonna do that. Sub goal? Yeah, at 20,000 subs, I'll do it. All right, let's buy the big dual pass, or let's go to the shop. Win subathon next week. Starts tomorrow. Is everyone ready for the MBT subathon? It's gonna last from tomorrow until I first need to take a shit. Yippee! I'm reading this Kagurabachi thing, and why does everyone always have their mouth open all the time? They're speaking. No, I think it's a future in which everyone talks like I do, where they go. How are you doing? I think every year you do shorter and shorter subathons. I've done 2 subathons ever, and the second one was longer than the first. However... Oh shit, I still have a couple of days on this. Oh, I gotta get this. Oh! I gotta get the Chimera Rafflussi. He missed the what? No! There was a Kage to Kage mate! No! I have got. Dyer, do you have the Kage to Kage mate? Yes. Here, we'll trade accounts. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have 2 days to do this. What are some fun decks for Fusion Xyz? Generator. Oh, hell yeah. Let's use my new Generator card. beautiful. Did you know every meta deck is legal this event? Oh, cool. And Maxi's legal too. Oh, this is going to be really fun. I don't know. What else should I play in the extra? Another aggregator. The F-Zero package. Good idea. Super poly targets. I'm not playing super poly though. Hyper rating. VFD, great idea. Dyson Sphere. Yeah. I don't have a Dyson Sphere. Cat. Oh, yeah. What's that guy's name? It's a number, right? No, I'm thinking of Little Cat. 9 Lives Cat. Second Enterbloth. Sure. One more card in the main. What are we playing? Duster. Well, this is like the worst possible hand we could open. Man, we just needed one generator card, and this was killer. It's okay, we're winning this. What? Is this fucking Makonko? We go again! We go again! My kingdom for engine. What the fuck? It was Galaxy Photon the whole time? Good. 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 Oh, thank the fucking Lord. Oh, holy shit. I'm just gonna Nibiru them. Yep. Okay. Regrettably, friend, I am the one person on Earth who knows how to play against this deck. I'm a little unclear what the plan is here. Oh, we're gonna afterglow. This is worth ashing. I think we're fine. I'm just gonna keep waiting. Here's where we make Shockmaster. Whoa, Starleash Photon Blast Dragon. Holy shit. Whoa, is that Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon? Oh my god, Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. Alright, that's enough fun. That's a big ass token, I tell you what. I tell you what, that's a big ass token. What the fuck? Why are you playing this? Okay, fine. Uh-oh. We may have played this turn incorrectly. Oh no. We're dead. This imperm is gonna have to get us there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, alright. No problem. Oh! Not like this, man! Oh, I got cooked! Oh, we had this too! Oh, man. All we had to do was not activate Ash. I don't know why we just, I don't know why we didn't just save the called by. I just did it for no reason. Oh, man. Okay, that was not good. Yeah, I probably should have summoned it in defense. That's another good point. I just didn't think we were going to get numbers last hoped. Alright, this hand doesn't do shit. Just kidding, this hand is a winner. It's going to fetch an Ash from our opponent. Interesting. Oh, little gay boys. All right. What the fuck? Come on, why are you playing that shit? Oh my god. Where did these people come from? Oh, it's okay, we're fine. There's no fucking way you're playing this card. What? That's fine. Mikanko in Libromancer isn't that ridiculous. Okay, at least they're giving us draws. Cool. They're gonna go grab the ritual here? Yeah. Jesus Christ, they've got all rituals. Perform the fusion. Make Doombroker. What if we make Ohime here? No, we're just making Doom. No animation for Doombroker? Come now. Ooh, Kijikiri's pretty good here. You know what else is pretty good here is Nibiru. I'm slamming this Nibiru down, by the way. Fucking guy out of here. Why did we even summon the Mikanko? Good question. In attack mode again? Yeah, what's the problem? It's not Mikanko, it's Libromancer. They play the Mikanko because it's an advantage tool. Stop spamming clueless. I know what I'm talking about. It's you all who are clueless. Maybe that's why you're spamming clueless, so that I see your name and then what you are. That's a lot of Mikanko cards for a splash, though. This is Libromancer, right? That's a little more than they usually play. Okay, thank God. Yeah. Whew. See? All according to plan. Oh, perfect. We got the fucking guy on our side of the field. Kiji Kiri. See ya, Vala. Ooh, nice draws. Why are you playing the bad generator monster? Which? Why does the field spell hate you? A very good question. What are they thinking about? Oh shit, that was the wrong one. Oh no, it was the right one. Oh, we haven't normaled yet. Royal Leviton, here we go. Oh! Oh, she's beautiful. What the fuck is that? Why don't you rond this dick? Oh, I can't take the token, right? Give me this too. We out here sucking. Now you pick. Ooh, I will take that. And send a monster while you're at it. Fuck. They had one. How the fuck do we get rid of that token? It's too big. So we could use, like, Earth Slicer. What's the funniest way to deal with it? Earth Machine for sure. We gotta change our mate. Our mate is leaving a lot to be desired here. I blame our current poor performance on our choice of mate. Let's use the new one. Ninja Grandma Hanzo. This hand's killer. Uh-oh. Wait. Yeah. No. Yeah, okay. Why would you put it in defense? Fuck, that's like the worst possible thing we could have drawn. That's so annoying. Ugh, god damn it. Okay, that's fine. Man. What the fuck? Why are they letting me do this? They are not sending their best. Who do we want here? Vala? Yeah. Yeah, I expected. That's okay. Okay. That bitch is at 1, so... Awesome. These Nibirus are really, really helping out. Oh, thank God. We have to do her because you can only control one Vala. Okay, that's fine. We have the cross out. That's what the cross out's for. What? Come on, man. I'm trying out here. You know, if I'd sent him, they wouldn't have been able to stop it. We're making progress. Oh, holy shit. No! Come on! No! Not Pizza Hut! Oh my god. Get that fucking guy off the field. I ain't got no more lights or darks, so... Yes! We did it! Combat. Boom. What the fuck? Oh, they're gonna target their own guy. We're never getting out of this. What are they thinking about? What could they possibly have to think about? It's okay, we have Nibiru. We are not going to get to Nibiru. They're going to go Borbo's, Broad Bull, Borbo, Zeus. Wait, what? Borbo is banned? What? Why? I don't understand. What are we doing? Oh, we're making F-Zero? What? Okay. That's fine. That's cool. So we're gonna make a 1-mat Zeus? Five! Man, I don't know what we're hoping for here. Not that. Wasn't that. Man, we gotta put some more engine in this. Every card in... Where is the fucking field spell? What is going on? Best game of my life. I think we drew literally every piece of non-engine in the deck. Okay, we're taking this out for sure. Yeah, that's about how desperate I am. Now this is more like it. I guess we could do this. Ooh, if they maxi here, it'd be so funny. Oh my god. Thank you. You know what? I am gonna call it by it. Theoretically, it triggers our boss stage, which is funny, but I want to special summon like 2 or 3 more times, so I am gonna stop it. Now we're gonna get ashed? No, we will not. Or if we do, it's not gonna matter. Damn, I want to do the royal one. We'll save it for the follow-up. Good luck. I think I'm okay with that, yeah. That one I am not okay with. Okay, is there something that I can do about this? Come on! No, come on. What are you doing? Okay. Right on time. Does this happen to Coder? I feel like I load into Yu-Gi-Oh! Every day and I play the worst games of Yu-Gi-Oh! Any human has ever played in their entire life. Not going for Zeus, by the way. Has elected not to take the free win. I feel like every day I load into this game and God decides that he will give himself a little giggle by throwing a dumber and dumber person in the chair opposite me with better and better luck until I jump off a fucking bridge. And I feel like that's my life. I do this every day until I die. And then when I end up in hell, God shows up and says, "Gotcha, bitch." Let's run it back. Oh, don't give me that. You're like Job. Okay. I have a question. Why is God in hell but not the devil? Read the Bible. You've never read the Bible, Dyer. I know. I was forced to for religion class. Dyer, we work together. I know you can't pay attention for shit. Maximi, you dumb motherfucker. The Bible is so boring, it doesn't even teach me Riz. Reasonomics. Rhizomatics. And then Noah comes out of nowhere with a yugioh. Does God want me to be an El-Riz? I love the way the guy says, do they want me to be an El-Riz? Being a beta is my greatest fear. Man. It's crazy to think what you got like a called by. I don't know what the fuck you could possibly be thinking about. It's crazy that like the Andrew Tate alpha beta thing took off again, because I remember that was something that like I was concerned about in high school literally 15 years ago. And to think that, man, the kids are all right. They're still worried about the same stupid bullshit. Nothing changes under the sun. As much as they like to make TikToks being like, back in the day, people would be like, do you want to go to the sock hop? They have the exact same problems. It's a Numeron wall. I'm going to die. Oh, thank God. They died. Sounds like they were an El-Riz. The wolf thing was bogus anyway. Even if... Oh? Ah. A gentleman of culture, I see. Not that much culture. Not that much culture. No, even if the wolf thing had been real, isn't the most easy refutation of that we're not wolves? That's how I constantly feel when people are like, that's like the biggest like anti-vegetarian argument too, is people are like, well, it's natural that there's a food chain. It's like, do you think anything we do is natural? Do you think it's natural to be able to make a living getting your ass beat playing a terrible deck using virtual pieces of cardboard in front of a bunch of impressionable 11-year-olds? No, nothing we do is natural. That's the joy of being humans. We won! We beat nature! Now we have to grapple with what that means. And sometimes that means you spend 40% of your day fucking losing to Exosister as part of the Xyz event. We need to emulate lines. Women should do all the work while men stay at home and jerk off. Hold up. Take back everything I said. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, this hand ain't beating XO. Nah, come on, baby. I don't know. I keep thinking of that one image of... Oh, what the fuck? Okay. I guess I'll infip this. I keep thinking of that one image of the lioness biting the lion's balls, and I think to myself, I'm like, oh man, things could be so much worse. Things could be so much worse. Let me see if I can pull it up while we're getting comboed. It's such a good image. Okay, I found it. Look at him. He's just like, man. Come on. He doesn't even look like... He's not like, ow! He's just like... I love it. Ugh. That's one of the benefits of not being bound by the natural order is you get to laugh at cat pictures all day. I'm learning now the context for this image is actually that while in heat, lionesses demand sex 20 to 40 times per day, and they will bite at their male's balls if they aren't getting that. And suddenly I get it. I get it. Fuck. Okay, there's actually a lot of ways to play this hand. I don't think any of them beat Magnifica, though. Let's see if my opponent's bad. Like, that's, I think, our win con, is our opponent is like a drooling moron. No, the fact that they're thinking at all makes me think it's possible. We have to Kujikiri. We don't have an option. Playing out this hand without the Kujikiri loses. We have to find, like, triple tack. Okay, now we really lose, because we're going to use Vala to pitch boss stage, and we'll summon back the Hela, and in doing so, our opponent is going to trigger 18 effects, and we'll die in 1 second. Ash checks this, which is nice. Yeah. God, we get to do both. Yeah, we're just dead here. Actually, we're not dead here. Oh, we should have tagged out. That was stupid. We should have tagged out. Regardless. Come on. Oh, okay. I'm pacing. Yeah, this is going to be it for me. I have to go to the bathroom. I think. I'm going to start by peeing. Okay, first we get to do this. Get the bucket. Unironically, I was like, what if I set up a rig over the toilet? Okay. Hold. Fuck you! Ah! I'm still dehydrated. This is insane. All right, we lose. We could have won that one. All right, I'm sorry. I know short streams for the last couple of days. Still recovering. I gotta go. Bye-bye.